Thanks for joining us on the Cadet Zone. The Crestwood Cadets are taking on the Waverly Go-Hawks tonight in a good old-fashioned NEIC battle here at Crestwood tonight. On the left here, we're going to have to start with, we're going to have the JV boys matches, and on the right, we're going to have the girls dual meet. So I will try to keep up with both tonight. I'm Keith Anderlich, and I will be commentating tonight. Looking ahead here at the varsity, we got a little time before we get started. Waverly is defending state tournament champions, and they are currently ranked second. Last year they got second in the duels, and they won this traditional championship down in Des Moines. Your Crestwood Cadets, they are currently ranked fifth in the traditional state, and these are off the predicament rankings and the IA wrestling rankings that just came out today. The cadets jumped to number 2 ranking in the traditional state tourney rankings. So this should be a good one. Both teams highly ranked. Both teams have some firepower with some individuals, so there should be some good matchups. Possible matchups tonight. Starting off at right at 106. Daniel Biak, ranked number 4 according to the predicament, and number 2 as today, my wrestle at 106 pounds. And Waverly Shellrock at number 10, freshman Barons. So that should be a good one right away to start at 106.
Thank you for attending tonight's matchup. Crestwood, the student athletes in tonight's contest. This school in Northeast Iowa Conference kindly asks you to wear your face covering during our meet and maintain social distance between you athletes. During this COVID season, any time someone shouts, chants, or cheers for their team, respiratory droplets spread further, so please keep your mask on during the entire wrestling meet. If you experience COVID symptoms, or you are waiting for a COVID test result, please stay home. Until you are cleared by public health, we ask you to support your team by listening on the radio or watching via live stream. Your support, following these guidelines, helps our Northeast Iowa Conference teams continue to complete their entire season. First step in supporting your team is wearing a face covering. I'd like to welcome everyone tonight. We're going to start with Waverly Shellrock and Crestwood ladies duel. Mat 1 over here, and we'll have JV matches on mat 2 over here. Mat 106 will be open for the ladies duel.
On the right hand of the screen, the girls 106 will be open. There will be no one at 106.
First match, the ladies duel.
And 113 for the girls. Sierra Hansmeyer for the Crestwood Cadets.
And for the cadets, Sierra Hansmeyer. First JV match at 113 will be Cole Schmoss for the cadets.
113 pounds for the boys. Cole Schmoss, junior from Crestwood, will be taking on Brady Rowland from Waverly. Schmoss already with a quick takedown, looking to put the boy on his back. Schmoss putting the arm up on the back. They're going to grab that head, and he's lower level, taking the kid to his back here. We should see an air fall, and that is tight. Looking for a fall, and there it is. Cole Schmoss takes down the business. First period fall for the cadets. Next match for the boys at 132 will be Ethan Govern for the cadets.
Next match, JV match for the cadets who are Ethan Govern
Sam
and
Horniak
for Sam Horniak.
To the right here, the girls are still 0-0. Sierra Hansmeyer's on the shot, belly down, and Waverly girls behind for 2. So
Correction on the name for
2-0, and she's fighting out the half, going to her back. Sierra is giving up back points, 2 back points there, 4-0 Waverly Shellrock. Jumping over to the boys here, Ethan Govern's in on a single, trying to split that leg and switch to a double. Now he's up through the back, trying to come back. Over behind, he's close to getting his 2. He's got to take the kid to the leg, get his 2. He's got the leg up single now. He's got to trip that leg here. The guy's hand fighting real well. Ethan's got to keep him in bounds here. Tries to trip him. He's got to bring him back in. Cover for 2. And that point shot. There's
The next match for 120, we have
2 points.
Eva Diaz for the Go Hawks, and for the Cadets, Cheyenne Coleman Yu.
Falls by fall to Waverly Go Hawks. 120 for the girls. Cheyenne Borman Yu for the Crestwood Cadets. Eva Diaz for Waverly Shellrock. Diaz with the quick takedowns, got that forearm, putting the legs in. She's got the legs on, potentially dangerous, stretching Cheyenne out pretty good there. So they're gonna get a restart. Jump back over here on the left here. Still 2-0 Ethan Gover. Another nice mat return by Ethan Gover, looking strong. Trailing 2-0.
Our next match at 126 for the Go Hawks is Brindley Meyer, and for the Cadets, Kenzie Shea. Our next match, JV match, we have for the Cadets at 145, Brady Julesgaard. And for the Go Hawks, Zane Weiss.
Waverly Shellrock. So 0-0, minute 40 left in the first period here. Kinley's getting her hip gear adjusted here. We're going to jump back over to the boys. For the boys, we got 145, Brady Julesgaard for the Cadets, taking on Shane Weiss for Waverly Shellrock. We're still 0-0 here in the first period. Shot. Still fighting. He's got his hip on the other side. He's got a center across body here. Shellrock gets 2 takedown. Brady Julesgaard trails 2-0 here in the first. Over on the girls' side here, we're still deadlocked at 0-0. We're 18 left in the first period. And that's Kinsey Shea from the rest of the Cadets out there battling. Brady's got his head down here, and the boys, Brady's got his head down here. And he's fighting out of half mouse. He needs a left right for
match at 132. For the Go Hawks, we have Maria Cooper. And for the Cadets, JC Greener.
132 on the girls' match. JC Greener for the Crestwood Cadets. Going up against Maria Cooper for Waverly Shell Rock.
Our next match, for the Go Hawks, we have Kate Bailey. And for the Cadets, Ashton Howe. That's at 160.
The boys, we're going to jump to 160. Crestwood Cadet Ashton Howe versus Kate Bailey from Waverly Shell Rock. Just getting underway in the first period here. Back where the boys man here. Still initiative for a shot.
Our next match at 138, for the Go Hawks, we have Kira Jonessi, and for the Cadets, Kate Rupert.
It's close to a fall, looks like. 106 pounds. Really get it close to this year. Gets the ball. So Ryan Wilson goes to the goal.
Our next match, JV match at 126. For Go Hawks, we have Shay Doyle, and for the Cadets, Ethan Mott.
138. This is by ball to Kara Yagermissy from Waverly Shell Rock. Next up for the Cadets and the girls, 145, Peyton Blockus.
Our next match at 145, for the Go Hawks, we have Marley Haggerty. And for the Cadets, Peyton Blockus.
Haggerty has a brother
Diaz. And for the cadets, Sadie Schroeder. Our next match at 160 for the Hawks, we have Aiden Snyder. And for the cadets, Anime Leverson.
Anime Leverson, 60. Aiden Snyder. Versus Aiden Snyder, Waverly Shellrock. Snyder also a name from the Waverly boys in the past. Anime trails 2-0 here. First period, minute 17.
Our next match at 170. For the Hawks, we have Gail Robinson. And for the cadets, Nevaeh Haba. At 195, Emma Seward of the Hawks receives the forfeit. 220 is open for both. Heavyweight for the Hawks, we have Madison Hendricks. And for the cadets, Addison Hirschberger.
In the third period. And again, the Waverly kid just sitting on the back hips here, not really getting off to the side. Kind of getting Ethan broken down here. Ethan's trying to build a base. And there's a warning. Warning on Ethan. Ethan Mott's been warned for stalling. So each wrestler's been warned for stalling. Ethan trails 9-2. Guys riding here, but not really looking to turn. And just kind of sits behind Ethan. This is going to do it here. He's just, time runs out. So Ethan Mott loses a hard-fought battle 9-2 for the Cadets. Jumping over the girls' mat here. It's 0-0 with 57 seconds left here in the last match for the girls. Both girls trying to look for a throw here, going upper body. Addison just throws the girl down and pounces on her, and we got a 2-point takedown. So Addison Hirschberger leading 2-0 here in the first period, 37 seconds left. She's kind of out of position out front here. The girl's got her arm. And Addison needs to kind of go behind here, get that wrist free and go behind to cover to maintain position here. Jump back to the boys here. We got at 132 pounds, we have Lawson Erickson for the Cadets versus Parker Moling for Waverly Shell Rock. And we've got blood time for Waverly Shell Rock. It's 0-0 first period. Addison Hirschberger here is still leading 2-0 to end the first period. Addison Hirschberger for the Cadets up 2-0 going into the second period. Waverly defers. It's Addison's choice, and Addison chooses top. So Addison Hirschberger up 2-0, starting the top position here to start the second. She chops the arm. Kind of coming out to the front here. She needs to be careful here. Coming out to the front, she's stuffing the head. Breaks the girl down. She's got that leg split. She's got a Turk to a half to the back. Addison Hirschberger's got Waverly girl on her back. She needs to settle her hips to the mat, get chest to chest here, and settle in. So Waverly girl works off her back, but Addison should have 3 back points coming her way. 5-0, Addison Hirschberger leads. Madison Hendricks from Waverly Shell Rock. Over on the boys' mat, they're still trying to get the blood stopped for the Waverly kid. So we're going to focus here on Addison Hirschberger for the Cadets. So Addison on top here. She's kind of out front, letting the girl get her leg here. She needs to get her legs back and come behind here and cover the hips. But stuffing that head. She's kind of got a cross face. She needs a cross face hard here. And she's still riding here, 44 seconds left. Comes behind the girl, no better position now under the arms. Working a half here. She's got a good half in. She needs to get that far rest, but she slipped into a full Nelson there and is going to give up 1 point violation here. So Addison Hirschberger leads 5-1. 35 seconds left in the second period. Jumping over here to the boys' mat. Lawson Erickson has got a takedown, leads 2-0 here in the first. Gets a little high and gets kind of rolled through, and off the mat they go. Good thing they're off the mat there because Lawson was in a little trouble there. Got a little high on the hips, and the kid rolled through. But no change. Lawson maintains control on top here. Addison Hirschberger just let the Waverly girl escape. So now Addison Hirschberger leads 5-2 with 18 seconds left. As does Lawson Erickson, gives up an escape to the Waverly kid. Lawson Erickson, 132 for the Cadets. Addie Hirschberger here has the Waverly girl on her back. and time runs out. So she gets a takedown and 3 near fall. Should be 10-2, I believe. But she slipped into a full Nelson again and gave up another technical violation. So now it is 10-3. Addison Hirschberger in the third period, and Waverly chooses top. So Addison Hirschberger 10-3, third period starting, down. Let's jump over to the boys' mat here. Lawson Erickson gave up an escape. He is up 2-1 as time expires here in the first period. So Lawson Erickson clings to a 2-1 decision here. Lawson's choice, he's going to defer, and Waverly is going down. So Lawson Erickson at 132 starts on top the second period. Addison Hirschberger here still is in the down position. Waverly girls riding her pretty hard. She is winning 10-3 with 1:29 left in the third period. Addison Hirschberger for the Crestwood Cadets. Lawson Erickson over here on the boys is still in control here on top. This guy got to move up on the legs there. He moves up. He's getting a little high on the hips here. Reaches over for a cradle. Kind of rolls underneath the guy and gets caught here on the edge of the mat. He just needs to kind of get out of the mat here. And there's no change here yet, but he gives up a one-point escape. So it's tied, deadlock 2-2 here. Lawson Erickson is tied 2-2 here. Addie Hirschberger has a half in on her, and it's deep, and the Waverly girl is driving her over. No back points yet. Addie's fighting it off, but she has a deep half Nelson. There's no back. 31 seconds, and now Addison's giving up back points, but rolls through. So Addie Hirschberger gives up 2 back points. Now it's 10-5 with 17 seconds left. Lawson takes a shot, kind of an extended shot there. No change here on her feet. 2-2. Second period. And 3, 2, 1. Addison Hirschberger is going to get a 10-5 decision. Hard-fought battle between Madison Hendricks and Addison Hirschberger. Hirschberger gets the win, 10-5. Lawson Erickson, nice ankle pick there. He's got the guy sitting on his butt. Needs to cover the leg here. Needs to work up there. That should be 2. 2-point takedown. Nice ankle pick by Lawson Erickson. Lawson Erickson leads 4-2 now in the second period. He's got that kind of leg split here. He needs to kind of get off the side, try a Turk here. Crossface, and that ends the second period. So Lawson Erickson with a nice ankle pick at the end of the period here. Goes up 4-2, and Lawson's choice, and he's going to go down to start the third period. So the girls' duel is now over. We're going to go both mats with the boys, so I'll try to jump back and forth. Caleb Adams taking the mat for the Crestwood Cadets to the right of us. At 145 pounds, Caleb Adams versus Robert Poynter from Waverly Shellrock. Adams on a shot on his knees. He's hanging on the arm here, and he gets the head up and face. He's letting the guy take the corner here and hook up a near side cradle. And there's 2 points for Waverly Shellrock. Lawson Erickson jumped to the left side of the screen here. Lawson Erickson is close to getting a reversal here. Needs to be careful here. But he just needs to kind of keep running towards the head here and bring the kid's hips up. But no change over Lawson Erickson. Caleb Adams trails 4-2. First period, 122, and there's some blood time. They're getting that cleaned up here. Lawson Erickson has got a reversal here and leads 6-2 in the third period. Lawson trying to get that far ankle, far knee. He's on the ankle driving. Needs to get this guy's hips broken to the mat here. He's kind of sitting on the hip there. He needs to improve on that. He's still on that ankle, driving. Now he tries a cradle. This is where he's got in trouble before, and the kid hits a roll and gets a reversal. So Lawson Erickson is now ahead 6-4 in the third period. Lawson's head on the mat. He needs to get his head off the mat and really build for a base here. Tall boys coming out here, so we're getting down to the final seconds here in the third period. Lawson Erickson is still ahead 6-4 as time expires. Lawson Erickson wins a hard-fought battle 6-4 against Parker Moling from Waverly Shell Rock. Caleb Adams just gets an escape and is now trailing 3-6. Guy hits an outside single for a takedown. 8-3. Caleb trails now. Guys tilting Caleb here, giving up back points. And there's 3 back. Now the guy has a wrist and a bar arm here, and Caleb's going over. Kind of fights out of it, coming out the back here. Now the guy settles his hips. And there's the fall. Caleb Adams loses by fall in the first period. Jumping over to the other mat, Vince Marr just gets the fall in the first period. Vince Marr pins Jack Wheeler from Waverly Shell Rock. So Vince Marr with a quick first period fall there. We're going to jump up to 170 here on the right hand of the screen. Cody Kirian for the Crestwood Cadets is taking on Abe Bixby from Waverly Shell Rock. To the left hand of the screen, it should be 195. Landon Bergen for the Crestwood Cadets versus Jacob Hawes for Waverly Shell Rock. To the right of our screen here, Kirian's in on a shot, getting extended. He's in on a shot, but his hips are back. He needs to reload his hips underneath. Faces, no change. We're on our feet again. Bergen for the Cadets on the left hand of the screen here has gotten a quick 2-point takedown. Bergen ride that wrist hard and goes right into a deep half. Nice half, got the far wrist, and he's got the kid in trouble. And there's the fall. Landon Bergen with a first period fall over Jacob Haas from Waverly Shell Rock. Jump to the right here. Kieran's again in on another double shot. He's got his head stuck low between the legs here. He needs to get that, pop that head to the hip and change directions. He's getting in on shots. He just needs to load his hips up underneath him. Ear on the hip, drive away. Here to the left hand of the screen. At 120, Daniel Strickerath for the Crestwood Cadets is taking on Brady Rolling for Waverly Shell Rock. Strickerath on his knees here on a shot. He's on the elbow. Tries to reach for a double here, but he needs to get his hips underneath him. He's got a front headlock on him, trying to take the corner. Strickerath doing a good job squaring up here. Strickerath comes over the head now and grabs the arm. Needs to rotate his head up and get his head up in there. And the guy kind of pops up and dives at Strickerath. Strickerath hits him with the little fireman's carry there and gets a 2-point takedown. Daniel Strickerath for the Crestwood Cadets up 2-0 in the first period at 120. Kirian's nice butcher. Kirian's running a nice butcher over there. Got the Waverly kid on his back. Got him in trouble. But short time here. And time's going to expire here. So Kirian gets a takedown and 3 near fall to go up 5-0 at the end of the first period. Cody Kirian for the Crestwood Cadets on the right side of our screen here. Up 5-0 after the first period. Both Go Hawks on both matches are getting blood time here. Strickerath leads 2-0 on the left hand of the screen at 120. Kirian at 170 leads 5-0. So both mats at a stall here due to blood time. Kieran heading back to the center of the mat, talking to Coach Slifka, getting ready to roll here, second period. Getting the blood cleaned out the mat here, and we should be ready to roll here. Daniel Swickerath on the left hand of the screen here, going to get a start. Still first period here, Daniel Swickerath up 2-0. Guy comes to his feet, tries to go down to a short sit. Swickerath still controlling him. Got the wrist, trips him. So Swickerath riding here, needs to break the guy off his base here. The guy's moving, but Swickerath's doing a nice job following, staying behind him. Needs the guy's tripoding. Swickerath gives up an escape. 2-1, Daniel Swickerath in the lead, first period. Ear to ear on her knees. Swickerath dives in for a single, gets extended, and Waverly goes behind for 2. So Waverly kid scores off Daniel's shot. Daniel tries to sit, but the kid catches his arm, trying to pull him back for back here. Swickerath comes out the back and close to getting 2 here. Swickerath needs to pop his head out here. If he pops his head out, he should have 2, and there it is. Daniel Swickerath gets a reversal and goes up 4-3 here in the first period. Got a deep half here, driving the kid over, and he's close to back points here. And time expires in the first period. So Daniel Swickerath up 4-3. Cody Kirian over here on the far right here getting some more back points. So he gets 3 more back points racked up here and is leading 8-0 in the second period with 1:29 left. Kirian, far ankle, far knee, breaks him down. Waverly kid bounces to his base again. And more blood time for Cody Kirian. So 8-0 Kirian leads. And again, more blood time on Swickerath's mat. So simultaneously, both times we've had blood time at the same time. Daniel Swickerath to the left at 120, leading 4-3, second period here. Cody Kirian to our right, leading 8-0, starting, or a minute 21 left in the second period. JV match is going pretty quick tonight. The girls meet, very fast meet. Plenty of action left for the varsity. There should be some fireworks at the varsity meet tonight. It should be a good one. Swickerath starts on top, second period, covers. We're underway, second period here. Swickerath trying to chop that arm. The guy's in a tripod. That is a sit. Swickerath's got his arm, but the guy's facing him. Swickerath's in trouble giving up an escape. Nothing yet. Kind of in a, Swickerath's got his arm between his legs here, but no change. Swickerath comes out on top on that scramble. So Swickerath doing a nice job keeping him down. He's working that half on his knees, but he's got to be careful there. He's got to get a far wrist there if he's going to be running a half on the knees. Kind of hanging on top here. Guy comes up. Swickerath's hanging on him. No change. Now Swickerath comes over top. Got a cradle locked up. And he should be getting air fall here. Swickerath cradles the kid up. Swickerath, tall and lanky, reached over and cradled him up. And that should be good for 3 back points. So Daniel Swickerath taking care of business on top. 7-3 up, second period. Trying to get that far arm wrist here. Swickerath's reaching through on the ankle. Looking for that cradle again. The guy kind of balls up, and Swickerath's quick to try to put that cradle on. Got an arm. More blood time on Cody Carrion's match. Cody Carrion now leads 8-1 in the second period with 1:12 left. Swickerath riding tight here. He's trying to get another cradle. He locked up here. Chop arm. Nice job chopping the arm. Needs to get that wrist. He's trying a half on his knees again here. Now he's got the far wrist, is what you want to see when they run a half on knees. You need to have that far wrist. You can just bring him in front and seatbelt him. And there's an illegal move, and I really didn't see what that was, but there's an illegal move. So Daniel gives up 1 point for a technical violation. Now leads 7-4. Short time left here in the second period. So Daniel needs to keep him down here. Time expires in the second period. Daniel Swickerath at 1:20 for the Cadets on the left hand of our screen. Leads 7-4 going into the last period. And Daniel's choice, and he chooses down. Optional start by Waverly. Comes to the front, and he's trying to over under throw Swickerath. Swickerath so guy trying to throw Swickerath. Swickerath needs to be careful here. Swickerath comes over into a headlock himself, and it's kind of, he's got the headlock. He just needs to keep hipping into him. Don't jump the high hip here. And both guys are kind of head hunting here. Swickerath kind of bails out to a short sit, which was probably a wise move. What you need, he's got his head up there, and he switches into a double, and there's a 2-point. Guy hanging on the head needs to come to the half. So Daniel Swickerath gets a reversal and now leads 9-4 and's got a deep half in on the edge of the mat here. He's trying to get that far wrist, and there it is, and that should be pretty tight. Needs to settle his hips to the mat here and just kind of hang out there. Guy gets off his back, but not before Daniel gets 2 more back points. So Daniel Swickerath is trying to open it up here at 11-4 lead here in the third period. Let's jump over to the right hand of the screen here. Cody Carrion leads 10-3 with 5 seconds left here in the second period. 10-3, Cody Carrion at 170. So Cody will take a 10-3 lead going into the third period. Cody's choice, and he chooses down. So Cody's going down to start the third period up 10-3. Over here on the left-hand side, Daniel Swickerath leads 11-4 in the third period. He is on top. Okay, it's a side roll. Daniel gets that wrist trapped. Trying to work a half in there, but there he's got the half and the far wrist, and now getting more back points is Daniel Swickerath for the Crestwood Cadets. He just needs to settle in here, get his hips to the mat, chest to chest, and he should be in good shape. Readjust here. Plenty of time. And he's going to get 3 more back points. So Daniel Swickerath now leads 14-4 with short time here in the third period. And that's how it's going to end. Daniel Swickerath gets a 14-4 major decision here at 120 for the Crestwood Cadets. Kieran's still in the down position here. He's got the hand trying to walk around. Trying to face the guy. He's got the wrist, and he's just trying to square up the guy, and then guy's grabbing that rear ankle here. 140 left here in the third period. Cody Carrion leads 10-3. Over here on the left side of your screen, Ethan Govern at 132 versus Austin James at Waverly Shell Rock. I gotta have a little shout out to my little buddy Luther Govern here. Said he's gonna be watching at home, so shout out to Luther, Ethan's little brother, at home watching Big Brother on screen here. Ethan's kind of on the outside shop. He's got his head in the inside here. He's got a head in the arm here. Now he's trying to hit that carry. Switches off to a single and then off to a double. And there's a 2-point takedown for Ethan Govern. Right to the back. He's not got any back points yet, but he's got that far shoulder trapped. No back points for Ethan Govern, but a 2-point takedown in the first period. Leads 2-0 in the first period at 132. Carrion just gets a reversal over on the other mat here and goes up 12-3 with 34 seconds left in the third period. Carrion got a cradle locked here. And then Carrion lets the guy go. 12-4. Carrion leads. Cody Carrion leads with 17 seconds left here in the third period. Ethan Govern's got the arm up on the back, trying to scoop the head, trying to thread that here. And there he's threading the arm. Ethan's close. If he threads that and gets off the side, now he's got the guy on his back. Get out to the front towards the head. Walking that arm out, Ethan Govern. And Cody Carrion gets the win. So Cody Carrion at 170 gets a win for the Cadets. Ethan Govern has a guy on his back, getting back points here. Close to a fall, walking that arm out. And he just needs to settle in here. Guy's trying to get his legs tangled up there, and Ethan needs to get off to the side here. There's 3 points to end the period. So Ethan Govern's out to a 5-0 lead after the first period. Waverly's choice. And he's going to defer to Ethan. And Ethan's going down. So Ethan Govern going down to start. Or excuse me. Yes, Ethan Govern going down to start the second period. I think the Waverly kid thought he was going down. I don't know, some confusion there. Over here to the right hand of the screen, we got Jackson Burns for the Crestwood Cadet at 138 versus Sam Englund from Waverly Shell Rock. So Jackson Burns, a freshman for the Cadets, wrestling Sam Englund for Waverly Shell Rock. Over to the left side of the screen here, Ethan Govern gets a reversal and now goes up. Should be 7-0 here in the second, early on in the second period. Jackson Burns trails 2-1 over on the right hand side of our screen with 1:06 left in the first. Ethan's got that far elbow, brings it across the body, breaking him down, breaking his hips down, and now he's going to go into that butcher. Needs to unhook the leg though. There he's unhooked the leg and walking to the front and takes the guy over to his back. I believe he has 2 back points here. Covers behind the guy. He's got 2 more back points. So Ethan Govern, second period, leads 9-0. Ethan Govern 9-0, second period at 132 for the Crestwood Cadets. Jumping to the right side of our screen, Jackson Burns still trails 2-1 with 32 seconds left in the first period. Ethan Govern has his man on his back again. That's tight, and there's the fall for Ethan Govern. Very dominant win out of Ethan Govern for the Crestwood Cadets at 132. He wins by fall. Jackson Burns gets a takedown on the right hand of the screen here to go up 3-2 with 13 seconds left. Just gives an escape, so we're all tied up at 3-3. Jackson Burns at 138 for the Crestwood Cadets. Here on the left hand of the screen, at 160 pounds, we have Sawyer Reese for the Crestwood Cadets versus Zane Weiss from Waverly Shell Rock, and as they get underway in the first period. Sawyer Reese for the Crestwood Cadets at 160 on the left hand of your screen. Jackson Burns starts the second period down. He's all locked up at 3-3. Guy's getting that far wrist cross body ride against Burns here. He needs to dig that arm free. Sawyer Reese gives up a takedown and trails 2-0 for the Cadets on the left-hand screen. There's Reese trying to hit a Granby there. Almost had it, but lost it. No change, still down 2-0. Jackson Burns still is tied up 3-3. He chose down in the second period with 1:11 left. Jackson Burns still tied 3-3 in the second period. And Sawyer Reese has some blood time here on the left-hand side of our screen. So Sawyer Reese, blood time for the Cadets, trails 2-0. We're to the right-hand side here. Jackson Burns still being ridden out in the second period. It's all tied up 3-3 with 45 seconds left in the second period. Burns has got his head down. The guy's riding him pretty hard here. Burns needs to get his wrist free. Waverly Shell Rock guy riding Burns hard. Jackson needs to start building his base here and with his head up. In his defense, the Waverly kid's riding parallel also. So both guys need to get moving here. And there's 7 seconds left here, and it looks like Jackson's going to get ridden out the second period. And it's still knotted up here 3-3 going into the third period. Waverly Shell Rock's choice, and he's going to choose down. So Jackson Burns tied up 3-3. Waverly Shell Rock goes down. Jackson needs to turn this guy. If he gets in trouble, he needs to give him 1 and not 2, and decide it on our feet here. And quickly the guy's on his feet. No change though. Jackson's kind of in a carry position, but giving up a lot of length to the Waverly Shell Rock kid here. Jackson's getting extended. Guy has his ankle and is going behind and gets a 2-point reversal. So Jackson Burns trails 5-3 with 1:37 left in the third period. We're to the left hand of our screen. Sawyer Reese fights off his back and now is trailing 5-0. Still in the first period. And Waverly has a deep half in, and Reese is in trouble here. Short time, he needs to keep fighting here. Short time left. And there's the fall. So Riley's the big brother. Sawyer Reese loses by a fall in the first period to Zane Weiss from Waverly Shell Rock. Jump to the right side of the screen here. Jackson Burns still getting ready fairly hard here. 57 seconds left here in the third period, trailing 5-3, and Jackson needs to get his engine rolling there. Up to his feet. Jackson's up to his feet. Guy takes him down. I believe there might have been a locked hands there, but the ref did not see that. But Jackson needs 2 here to tie. Looking back over here to the left side of our screen, the last JV match of the night here, Tyler Pisney, 160 for the Cadets against Caden Bailey from Waverly Shell Rock, and Pisney gives up a 2-point takedown off the gates. Burns getting kind of balled up here, and the guy's trying to work a cradle. 14 seconds left here. Jackson really needs to light a fire and get going here, but he's in trouble. The guy's got a butcher. And with 5 seconds left, Jackson Burns is going to drop a 5-3 hard-fought decision to Sam England from Waverly Shell Rock. So Jackson Burns loses 5-3 at 1:38 for the Crestwood Cadets. So let's focus on our last JV match of the evening here to the left. And we have Tyler Pisney at 160 for the Cadets, trailing 2-0 here in the first period. And the guy's going to cut Tyler, so it's now 2-1. First period, Tyler trails. Wrestlers are tearing down the one mat here. The varsity mat, we're going to go to one mat here. Waverly Shell Rock kid hits an outside single on Tyler Pisney, and Tyler Pisney trails 4-1 here in the first period. Waverly kid just kind of sitting on the hips, riding parallel here. And that ends the first period. Waverly Shell Rock's choice, and they're going to defer. And Tyler chooses top position. So Tyler Pisney chooses the top position in the second period here, trailing 4-1 to Caden Bailey from Waverly Shell Rock. Go Hawk wrestlers for the varsity are now warming up here on the right-hand side of the screen. On the start, Waverly to his feet, Pisney mat return. Pisney's trying to chop that arm. Got the head in the armpit here. Goes to a chop arm again, the head to the armpit. Now Pisney reaches over for a cradle. He has it locked here, but loses it, but goes into a leg. Now the leg comes unhooked, and now he goes to that head in the arm. And they're on the edge of the mat here. And out of bounds we go. So second period, Tyler Pisney in top position, trails 4-1 to Waverly's Caden Bailey. Restart, Bailey on his feet. Pisney returns him right away. Tyler's trying to grab that wrist. Goes to a half, jump sides halves here. Got another half in here. Running a half, and he needs to get that far wrist. Goes to the head and the arm. Waverly kid's trying to come kind of stand up here in a tripod. He's on one knee though. Goes to a tripod. Pisney's trying to hook that leg, going upper body here, and tries to do a throw, and Waverly Shell Rock slides out and go behind. Tyler Pisney now trails 6-1. Cross face by the Waverly kid. Waverly's got a cradle locked up here. I don't know how tight it is, but he does have a cradle locked up on Tyler Pisney. Pisney's reaching back for the head, which is a no-no. Now he kind of short sits. Gets his arm trapped here. And we're on the edge of the mat. We're off the mat. I believe there's 5 seconds left here in the second period. Tyler Pisney trails 6-1 to Caden Bailey of Waverly Shell Rock. Off the whistle. Now a short set. Another short set, and then time expires. So Tyler Pisney trails 6-1 going into the third period. Waverly Shell Rock chooses neutral. Pisney not out of this. He's down by 5. Here head to head, forehead to forehead here, a little hand fighting. Center the mat, they go. Forehead to forehead. Wherever the guy's trying to get a 2-on-1. Pisney's got a wrist. A lot of forehead to forehead, a lot of wrist fighting here. Pisney's got a collar tie hooked up here. Wherever the kid goes kind of into a Russian tie. And a go behind. So Waverly Shell Rock, 2-point takedown. Tyler Pisney trails 8-1 in the third period at 160 for the cadets. Waverly kid's putting a quarter Nelson on there. And Tyler's kind of laying on his stomach here, head down. He really needs to try to build a base and try to fight for one here. Either guy really looking to improve here. Guys staying parallel, and Tyler needs to build his base here. There's a cross face by the Waverly kid. Looks like he might be trying to go into a butcher. He's still on the hip though, so there he's kind of coming out to the front to try a butcher, and now the Waverly kid's running the butcher and has Tyler in trouble. I think he has a 1 count, no back yet. and time expires, no back points. So that's going to end it. Tyler Pisney loses a hard-fought battle 8-1 to Waverly's Caden Bailey. So that concludes all the JV and girls matches. Varsity wrestlers are starting to get warmed up and ready to go, and we'll be back shortly.
Nathaniel is the son of Tara and Scott Biak. Activities include wrestling, cross country, FFA, and National Honor Society. Future plans is undecided. Favorite wrestling memories when Brendan tried to jump over a water fountain and about knocked it off the wall. Nathaniel Biak. Future plans to attend Upper Iowa and continue my football career and major in business. Favorite wrestling memory? There are so many memories the sport has blessed me with. One of my favorite would be beating Union my sophomore year and then catching the dub over Davenport Assumption at state duels. Trey Vernon. Hunter Pye. Hunter is the son of Naomi and Jason Pye. Activities, wrestling, football, and baseball. Future plans is to attend college for an engineering degree. Favorite wrestling memory? The bus ride back after winning the dual regional championship and getting the police escort back into town. Hunter Pye. Brandon Dixon. Brandon is the son of Brandon and Kyra Dixon. Activities, wrestling, future soldier training, and rugby. Future plans, Army for 4 to 8 years, and then carpentry or masonry. Favorite wrestling memory, almost taking out the water fountain at MFL Market. Brandon Dixon. Clay Schimmel. Clay is the son of Vicki and Ryan Schimmel. Activities, wrestling, and football. Future plans, undecided. Clay Schimmel. Peyton Flockus. Peyton is the daughter of Melissa Flockus and Travis Flockus. Activities, wrestling, softball, National Honor Society, Heroes, and Student Council. Future plans to attend the University of Iowa to major in finance. Peyton Flockus. Anna Mae Lieberson. Anna is the daughter of Bruce and Amy Lieberson. Activities, volleyball, softball, wrestling, National Honor Society, Heroes, fitness, respect for true leader, Dollars for Scholars, representative, student council, and student section leader. Future plans, attend a 4-year college to get her BSN in nursing. Favorite wrestling memory, getting to be part of the first ever girls wrestling team here at Crestwood and making so many unforgettable memories with the team. Anna Mae Lieberson. Amanda Labana. Amanda is the daughter of Fabiano Hernandez and Jose Armando Labana. Activities, wrestling. Future plans to attend college to be a dental assistant. Amanda Labana. Morgan Mosher. Morgan is the daughter of Troy and Brendan Mosher. Activities, volleyball, softball, wrestling, manager, National Honor Society, food and fitness, NEIC leadership group, and silver cord. Future plans are undecided. Favorite wrestling memory, ordering pizza and cinnamon sticks from Domino's and eating it in the middle of the hotel hallway with Berlin and the boys that could eat. Morgan Mosher. And finally, Haley Middlestead. Haley is the daughter of Michelle and Dave Baker and John Eimers. Activities, wrestling, cheerleading, 4-H, country council, and track. Future plans to attend NICC for a year, then go to UNI to become a special education teacher. Favorite memory? Going to state wrestling. Haley Middlestead. Let's have a big hand for all our seniors.
So tonight's senior night for the Crestwood Cadets, so we thank all our boys and girls seniors that have given to the Crestwood community and the program, and we wish them good luck in their future endeavors. So getting ready for the varsity meet here, lights are dimming down. Again, this should be a very action-packed duel between top 3A team and a top 2A team. Again, Waverly Shellrocks, the defending state tournament champions, currently ranked number 2, and Crestwood Cadets finished 11th as a team at the state tournament last year and currently ranked 5th via the predicament rankings. And today the IA wrestling rankings came out, are currently ranked number 2 in the traditional state tourney rankings. So should be a good one. Lights are dimming. We're getting ready to introduce lineups here. We will be back momentarily. Cadet varsity boys entering the gym. Lights are dimmed. Preparing for battle here. And here comes the Waverly Go Hawks entering the gym. And again, this is an NEIC duel, and in my opinion is probably the battle for the dual championship here. Some very good other teams here, but in my opinion, this is the top 2 teams hitting it head-to-head tonight. So should be a good battle. Mentioned rankings earlier. IA Wrestle rankings, I did not see them because you have to pay a subscription to them, but I did see that we posted that we have 6 individuals ranked in IA Wrestling rankings today as follows. Nathaniel Biak at 106 pounds is ranked number 2 according to the IA Wrestle rankings. Anders Kittleson is number 5 at 113. Carter Falcik, 2-time defending state champ, is ranked number 1 at 126. At 132 pounds, Cole Butekoffer breaks the rankings, I believe for the first time, at number 12 in the IA Wrestle rankings. Chase Thomas, 138, is ranked number 5 according to IA Wrestle. And Trayton Bernicle at 220 is ranked number 4. So we have 6 individuals ranked in IA Wrestling rankings. Predicament rankings, I believe, were supposed to come out yet today, and I did not get the updated predicament rankings, but according to the first set of predicament individual rankings, we were 5th as a team, as mentioned earlier. Nathaniel Biak was ranked number 4th at 106 in the predicament. Again, Nathaniel Biak is an 8th place finisher last year at 106 at the state tournament. He ended the year at 33-15 last year. Carter Falcik, the 2-time state champ, was 46-3 last year and won his 2nd state title at 113 pounds. He's ranked number 1. And Chase Thomas at 132 pounds was ranked number 7. And he was a state qualifier at 132 pounds last year and ended the year at 22-5. And Trayton Bernicle, according to the predicament first set of rankings, at 220 is ranked number 4. He's been a state qualifier as a sophomore. He was 5th at 220 last year at the state tournament and ended the year at the 42-7 record. So Crestwood's got a good core of returners back, and I think they're looking to make some noise as a state dual tournament team and possibly down at the state individual team. So very excited about what the cadets can do this year. We're going to jump over to Waverly Shell Rock a little bit, talk about them a little bit. Again, they were 2nd in the duels last year and the traditional state champs. They're highlighted by their 106-pounders, a freshman, Zane Behrens from Waverly is ranked number 10, so we should have a head-to-head battle with 2 ranked wrestlers in 2A and 3A at 106. Bailey Roybal at 120 was a state qualifier for Cedar Falls as a freshman, then he moved to Waverly and was 5th at 113 as a sophomore, a state champion last year with a 39-1 record, and he's a South Dakota State University commit. Ryder Block last year was a state champ, undefeated, 41-0 for the Waverly Shell Rock at 106. And we're going to jump in and do the anthem, and then I'll finish up. So as I was saying previously, Ryder Block, ranked number 1 at 132, was an undefeated state champ for Waverly last year as a freshman at 41-0. Currently, he hasn't. I don't believe he has wrestled yet this year, and he's not on the roster tonight. But I did see him rolling around, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But don't think he'll probably be wrestling tonight, from what I can tell. Also for Waverly Shell Rock, Caden Langrick at 145 is ranked 8th at 145. He's a 2-time state qualifier for Waverly Shell Rock. Aiden Riggins at 152 excuse me, was a 3rd place finisher as a freshman at 106. 2nd place last year as a sophomore at 132. And he is currently ranked 3rd at 152 this year. Also for Waverly Shell Rock, highlighted is McCrae Haggerty, a sophomore from Waverly Shell Rock. He was 4th at 170 last year at the state tournament and ended with a 34-6 record as a freshman. At 195, Jake Walker, a sophomore for Waverly Shell Rock, is ranked 5th. He was 5th at 195 last year as a freshman and ended with a 31-9 record. And lastly, for the highlighted wrestlers for the Waverly Shell Rock is Luke Walker at 220. He's ranked number 2. He was 5th at heavyweight last year, and he was behind Wolf, who was a state champ 220. So he drops down to 220 from heavyweight last year, a 5th place finisher at heavyweight last year. So those are some of the highlighted kids from both teams. We should be seeing some head-to-head action. 220 should be a feature match between two state placers and highly ranked kids in 2A and 3A. So they're finishing up the introductions here. I believe they said we're starting at 106 pounds tonight. So doing a traditional start at 106 pounds. I'm gonna let them go ahead and finish the introductions, and we'll be with you shortly. So out of the gates tonight, 106 pounds will be 2 ranked wrestlers. Crestwood's own Nathaniel Biak, and he is ranked number 4 in one poll and 2 in another, against number 10 ranked freshman Zane Behrens from Waverly Shell Rock. So right away, 106 pounds should be fire. See, Biak looks like he's getting ready to report to the head table. And I believe that's Behrens from Waverly Shell Rock, also reporting the head table. And this should be a good one, folks. So we're underway here. A little hand fighting head to head here, forehead to forehead, kind of feeling each other out. Behrens, a long, lanky kid. Looks like he's got a little size on Biak. Double. Does a high-low here. Behrens does a roll under, tries to get in a position here, and Behrens comes out behind for a 2-point takedown. So off of Biak's shot, was in a nice double shot, coming through the peek through, and gets taken down, but gets an escape here. So it's 2-1. So it started a fast pace here. Let's see if this continues. Biak again was in a deep shot, head to the inside there, coming up through the peek through, and the guy rolled under for a scramble and came up on top. But it was off Biak's shot. Guy's trying to control wrist here. Biak's fighting here. Double. Outside single shot by Waverly. Biak defends into a shot of his own. Biak's in on a single. Off the mat they go. A lot of action in here right away. Let's see if the high pace continues here. And this should be a fun one. Low level single by Biak. Nice job. The guy reaches over, grabs the ankle. Biak's got that. Needs to pop his head out. And he's kind of trying to scoot around, doing a boot scoot around here. No points yet. And now Biak's trying to get his hips up, and he does. If he looks at underneath that arm, it should be a 2-point takedown because he got that leg hooked. And needs to come back and get the other arm underneath the armpit. That's a 2-point here on his left side, but he's going to bail and get taken down off of his shot here again. So Nathaniel Biak trails 4-1 here in the first period. There's been a lot of shots, a lot of action, and Waverly kids come up on the scrambles here. So Nathaniel Biak trails 4-1 going into the second period against 10th ranked Zane Behrens here. Behrens chooses down. So let's see what Nathaniel can do on top here. Biak covers, we're underway. Short sit by Waverly up to a stand up. Biak's behind him. Biak gets loose. So it's 5-1 Behrens. Again, Biak's been on a couple deep shots here. He just hasn't been able to finish. Barron's is kind of long and lengthy and is a scrambler here. So let's see if Biak can finish a shot here. Again, Biak trails 5-1, second period. Barron's in on a double leg shot. Biak goes. Biak dug a wizard in there and off the mat they go. So both men have taken shots. Biak goes to kind of a fireman's or high crotch there and gets strung out. Now he's on the elbow. He's coming up to his feet. Now he tried to hit it Kelly there. But Barron's is long and lengthy and just kind of reached through and blocked his leg there. Now Barron's has outside leg. Biak dives underneath and there's a stalemate. So again, plenty of action here. Both wrestlers are opening up here. Biak just needs to keep the pressure on here and keep coming forward. The wrestlers wanting to tie up now. Biak took a shot, kind of a far out shot. Barron's has a double under here with Biak's head underneath him. Biak's got to be careful here. Biak's trying for that outside carrier Kelly there. His head's down. He's got to get his head up in that armpit. And now they square up. Biak's got an overhook. Barron's underhook. And then they break the lock and get a restart here. Biak being the aggressor here. There's Barron's in on a double leg, his head in the chest, and now he works into a single. Got a seatbelt position here. He's going to try to seatbelt Biak down, and they're off the mat, so we'll get a restart here. So we got 1.2 seconds left here in the second period. Biak trails 5-1. We're going to go into the third, trailing 5-1. Biak goes down. Still plenty of time, 2 minutes left here. Biak needs to get an escape here and get back to work. Biak's on his feet. Brought down. Barron's is getting a 2-on-1 wrist here. He's staying parallel. He needs to get off to the side here. And he's got that wrist of Biak. Biak's fighting to get that wrist free. Barron's trying to put it up on the back a little bit. Now he's got that cross wrist. Going to go try to do a cross wrist tilt, looked a little bit like. Still riding parallel here. Barron's just trying to get that arm up on the back. He's got a leg hooked here. Just kind of sitting on that hip though and sitting on that leg here. He's got that 2-on-1 on the wrist and breaks Nathaniel down to his belly. Barron's trying to put that arm up on the back. A lot of pressure forward here. Now he does have the arm up on the back here of Nathaniel Biak. Now Nathaniel breaks that arm free and is trying to build up here on a base and come up. But Barron's, as quick as he gets loose, gets that wrist again. We're down to 50 seconds here, and Barron's is riding that wrist tough. Now Barron's is trying to do that roll under tilt with that trapped wrist and blocks the elbow. So far, he hasn't been able to do that, but that's what he's looking for. Now he's got a bar arm in, and Nathaniel kind of goes off the mat. We have blood time. Nathaniel Biak, I believe, has blood. So again, Nathaniel Biak trails 5-1 here, 32.2 seconds left in the third period against 10th ranked Zane Barron's. Again, Biak ranked 2 in one poll and 4th in the other, so both individuals ranked in the rankings. Coach Slifka's talking to Biak here. He's still got 32 seconds left. I mean, he just needs to keep wrestling here and get after it. I believe Barron's is the one that has some blood here, so they're getting that stopped, and Biak goes to the center of the mat, and he has to put together a flurry here with 32 seconds left and try to make some things happen. It's like they're still trying to get the blood stopped, and Barron's nose, he got a pretty good bloody nose going here. This gives Biak some time to kind of settle down, you know, get a game plan on what he's got. He's got 32 seconds left to get a good game plan on what he's going to do, and, you know, try to put a flurry together here. Biak, a veteran wrestler, also 8th place finisher from the state tournament last year at 106 pounds in Class 2A. Barron's a very talented freshman 106-pounder, also ranked number 10 in 3A. So we'll get a reset here. Top man covers. We're underway. Biak to his feet immediately. Barron's gets a leg in there. Got that leg trapped. Now he's got a wrist. Barron does a good job with the wrist. Barron's does a very good job riding those wrists. And now he's got that wrist across the stomach. Now he's trying to put it up on the back here. And Barron's is just a very good rider. He's got a bar arm now, and he's looking for that far wrist, trying to run a bar arm here. And we got 5 seconds left, and he's running that bar hard on Biak, but Biak's fighting it tough. And there it is. Freshman Zane Barron's defeats Nathaniel Biak 5-1, and the Go Hawks go ahead 3-0 on the team scoreboard. At 1:13 for the Crestwood Cadets is Anders Kittleson, and he will be taking on Braxton Westendorf. He's a freshman, both freshmen. Braxton Westendorf from Waverly Shell Rock, Anders Kittleson from the Crestwood Cadets. Anders, a very talented freshman, does a snap down, go behind, and takes a quick 2-0 lead. And Anders is trying to dig that arm out. He's got a wrist and arm. He's trying to dig that out, put it on the back. Anders is looking to cut him. And so Anders cuts him at the edge of the mat, gives him 1 point, and Anders is going to try to open things up on his feet. So 2-1 Anders Kittleson. Anders takes a shot, a double, and kid's trying to spladle Anders, but Anders does a good job staying out of that. Kid has a leg, but Anders is getting his hips back, stuffing, and Anders is close to going and go behind, and he does, and he gets a 2-point takedown. So nice job finishing by Anders Kittleson for the 2-point takedown. Goes up 4-1 here in the first period. So Anders cuts him immediately, puts him on his feet. Anders a takedown technician on his feet. Very, very physical, very, very short, stocky, physical young man, and very fluid on his feet. Anders got the single leg up, looking to finish. Trip, and there's 2-point takedown by Anders Kittleson. So Anders Kittleson having his way with this kid on his feet. He right on that wrist, trying to cheap tilt him up here. 37 seconds left here in the first period, and Anders Kittleson's got a commanding 6-2 lead. Anders has an arm on the back here, trying to get that bar and far wrist, and then he slides into a half. But we're running out of real estate, and they go off the mat. So 23 seconds left here. Anders Kittleson up 6-2. 3 takedowns. Anderson looking very strong early on. On the whistle, Anderson chops arm. Anders puts in a leg. He's got the leg in. He's trying to split the legs and kind of drive across the body to expose him. Anders very physical. And that ends the first period. So Anders Kittleson out to a strong 6-2 lead after 1. Waverly's choice, they defer, and Anders is going down. So Anders very dominant on his feet. We'll see what he can do underneath here. Guy putting in a bar on his own, but Anders is out and coming around for a 2-point reversal. Looks like Anders Kittleson, a quick 2-point reversal, and immediately cuts the kid. So Anders is up 8-3 now after he cuts the kid. Anders very, very comfortable on his feet. Nice Nice shot by Anders Kittleson in, and quick finish. And there's another 2 points, 10-3 Anders Kittleson. Getting a very nice knee pull on his feet there, and immediately Anders has the arm up on the back, looking for a tilt or a turn here. He's looking to got a bar arm. He's run the bar arm over. He's just got to settle down in here. He's got the kid exposed. Now he needs to sit through with his hips and arch his back, and Anders has this kid in trouble. And there he is. He's starting to arch and try to sit through here a little bit. Kid's kind of draped over Anders' body. Anders is just continually working. There he sits through to his butt. And he's got the kid tight here. He's not going anywhere. We just need to kind of settle in here. There you go. He settles in now. Now he's off to the side, and the more he arches and looks up, it's drawn the kid's shoulder to the mat. Still a little air between the shoulder and mat, and don't know if he's going to pin him here. He needs to maybe come up on top, which he does. Anders comes up and gets into a half Nelson here, and he's got the guy tight, arm behind the back, half Nelson. And Anders has got him tight. That should be the fall. We got 12 seconds left here, and Anders has his kid buried. Very close to a fall, but 3 seconds left. And no fall. We get 3 more back points, so 10-3. Anders Kittleson goes in the third period up 10-3. If he wasn't pinned, it was awful close. There wasn't any daylight in there, but the ref's got a pretty good view down there, being right in there, so must have been a little bit off the mat. Anders is going down, so Waverly must have chose up. He's got a spiral ride on Anders. Anders got the arm on his shoulder, trying to walk out around here. He's trying to hit a Granby here, but he's over the top of the foot here. I think he's going to slide out for a 2-point here. Guys kind of got, there it is. So Anders gets a 2-point reversal. He's up 15-3. And Anders is going to try to pin him here, I believe. So Anders is tough on the top, riding that wrist. He's got that wrist, but Waverly kid kind of clinging to the mat here. And there's a tilt by Anders. He rolls underneath him, but kid's got some length on him. We got 1:11 left here, and Anders is working to turn him. He's digging the arm. Waverly kid's just kind of hanging out here. There's an over-under, comes to the front. He's going to let the kid go for 1. So 15-4, and then a quick takedown by Anders Kittleson, 17-4. So Anders is going to, I think, cut him here again. No, act like he's going to come and then try to cradle. He's trying to make something happen here. Anders is looking for team points here. He knows he's smart. He knows that Crestwood needs the points here. Right now he has a major decision. 30 seconds left here. 17-5, but he needs a couple more takedowns here. But the Waverly kid's just kind of running. He's staying away. The Waverly kid also knows the team score, so and every point counts here. 15 seconds left, and Anders is underneath, and the kid's just got a front head just hanging out. So there's a stalemate call. 9.7 seconds here. Anders Kittleson up 17-5. And Waverly kid just staying away. He's circling, staying away. And Anders wins very convincingly 17-5 for a major decision, which puts the Cadets up 4-3 team score, going into 120 pounds. For Waverly Shell Rock, we got returning state champion Bailey Roybal at 120. And for Cadets, we have Cade Korsmo.
For the Bulldogs, we have Bailey Roybal. And for the Cadets, Cade Korsmo.
I was kind of wondering if they would bump Roybal up to wrestle Falcik. They wrestled last year, but with the team score probably being close, it's probably a gamble on their end. So they're going to stay with Roybal at 20. And he will be facing Cade Korsmo. Korsmo underneath him right away. And Royball's got that far ankle and is trying to spin around for a 2-point takedown here. Korsmo's got head in the arm. Got to get that head up in the armpit. Royball turns the corner and gets a 2-point takedown. Royball mat return. Korsmo's right up to his feet, but Royball put a mat return on him. Royball's got sitting on that back leg, trying to near side cradle Korsmo up, and I think he has a cradle locked here. Royball has a near side cradle locked and is taking Cade Korsmo over, and that's pretty tight. Korsmo's fighting like mad to get out of there. And there's the fall. So Cade Korsmo goes down by fall in the first period to a very good Bailey Royball from Waverly Shell Rock, returning state champion at 113 last year. So 126, we have our own 2-time returning state champion taking the mat, Carter Falcik. And he will be wrestling Dylan Stockdale, a sophomore from Waverly Shell Rock. So this is a good chance to get our team points back here. Carter Falcik, a very, very fun wrestler to watch, very physical. Just took a finger to the eye, or I think his contact. So Carter, very savvy wrestler. He knows what we need from him on the team-wise, and Carter in on a nice double leg to a finish here. 2-point takedown. Carter very strong on his feet. So Carter again, he lets him go, and we're 2-1. Another blast double, nice. Just blast double. 2 points, got the leg split on the edge of the mat here. I think we're going to run out of real estate, but Carter Falcik very quick and explosive to a blast double there, and he puts him on his feet again. So it's 4-2 now. Get a collar tie here and a nice knee pull into a near side cradle, but to a 2-point takedown there. Carter Falcik for the Cadets, up 6-2. You got a minute left here in the first period, 6-2. Carter Falcik with 3 takedowns and letting the guy go twice. And it looks like he's going to do that again. So Carter's letting the guy go. Almost an ankle pick there. A nice pop drop by Carter Falcik. He's in on a double here, but the guy's trying to snake around here, but Carter's got the leg split and comes up on a nice finish. And Carter's got the leg split, looking for back points here. Got a couple 1 counts, but no back points. Carter goes up 8-3. So Carter's going to try to keep him down here. 20 seconds left in the period. He's trying to turn him, putting the wrist on the back here. He's trying to dig that wrist and arm out. Waverly kid just kind of sitting on his hip on it. Waverly kid probably has a job to do, and that's not to get pinned. And Carter riding him out. He'll ride him out here the last 3 seconds here. He will be up 8-3 after the first period. So Carter Falcik up 8-3 after 1. Waverly defers. Carter Falcik both up. So going neutral second period. Again, Falcik is just a takedown machine. Very slick on his feet. Collar tie. And Carter's digging for ties here. Waverly kid's just trying to tread water here. Here's a double by Falcik, high-low. You got to pop that head off to the side to cover. Looks kid scissoring the legs here on the head. Carter's kind of sitting to his butt here. He's got to pop that leg off and cover to the side hip there. And that's exactly what he does to get the 2-point takedown. So Carter Falcik up 10-3. And I think he's just going to have to do the takedown game because the kid's just kind of hugging the mat, and that's exactly what Carter decides to do. So, you know, open things up on your feet and try to look for something off your feet to back here. So Carter up 10-4, second period, 59 seconds left. Forehead to forehead. There's a nice shot by Carter. Single, inside single leg here. Comes up to that high-low position. Pops into his hip again. Is going to try to get, there he goes. He pops head off to the side hip, and that should be 2 takedown. So 12-4, Carter Falcik has a major decision now. 33 seconds left here in the second period. It's been all Carter Falcik for the cadets. Again, the Waverly kid's just trying to do his job and not give up bonus points. Carter's got that far wrist ride. He's trying to butcher him. That kid's just hipping into him, running into him. And, you know, I don't even know if it's so much a stall with the Waverly kid. He's just getting manhandled by Carter, just on a different level. So can't really blame the Waverly kid for going out and doing his job. And Carter's just got to stick to the plan and keep taking him down and try to open something up from his feet to back here. So it's 12-4 going into the third period. Carter Falcik, again, Carter can take him down at will. There's a double. And we're off the mat onto the hardwood, so no points there on a nice double leg shot by Carter Falcik. Carter Falcik on a mission. There's a stall call for the Waverly kid. Carter Falcik on a mission. I don't believe that all the history that Crestwood's had, we have ever had a 4-time state champion. And there's a takedown to his back. And Carter's getting back points, and that's tight. And like I said, you know, kid hugs the mat, you got to go on your feet to try to feet to back, and that's what Carter's done here. And there's the fall. Carter Falcik just kept pounding on the feet and opened something up from being on his feet to back. So there's a fall from 2-time state champ Carter Falcik at 126. Again, as I mentioned before, in all of Crestwood's history, I don't believe we've had a 4-time state champion here. And Carter Falcik is on track. He's a 2-time state champ and is a junior, so he's on a mission to make history here in Crestwood, looking very strong tonight. Next up, 132, Cole Butekoffer takes on Carter Feck, junior from Waverly Shell Rock. I believe he was a conference champ from a year ago. I believe he wrestled Matthew Slipka in the finals of conference last year. There's Fett trying to go behind on a shot by Butekoffer. Fett, mat return, strong mat return, 2-0 Carter Fett over Cole Butekoffer. Butekoffer immediately up to his feet though. Butekoffer gets knocked down and up in a tripod. Needs a knee slide up into a stand-up, which he does, and he's out. So Cole Butekoffer trails 2-1 here with 1:13 left here in the first period. Butekoffer, kind of a long, lengthy 132-pounder, and Fett more short and compact and stocky here. They're ear to ear. .55 seconds left here in the first period. Cole Butekoffer trails 2-1. Ear to ear. So each guy hand fighting ear to ear. Not a whole lot of shots going on here. Butekoffer's got that wrist control. His head and the shoulder here. And there's an arm drag by Fett. Head in the side here. He's trying to take the corner. Butekoffer's coming into a double, but Fett tries that near and side go behind there. Head in the near side go behind, but off the mat they go. So 22 seconds left. Tight match here. Cole Butekoffer trailing 2-1. Again, Cole Butekoffer broke the rankings here this last week. I think he's ranked 10th or 12th in the poll. He tries to do a slide by there. Cole only a sophomore for the cadets. And not that, you know, I talk about rankings, and not that rankings mean a whole lot, but it is an honor to be ranked and considered, you know, one of the top kids in the state. But in the end, you still have to put in the work and go out every match and and earn that ranking. So, and that's exactly what Cole's trying to do here. Down 2-1 against Carter Fett from Waverly Shell Rock. Fett to his feet right away. Cole in on a single here, trying to cover the other leg, ankle here. He's got to move up here. And Fett just turns and kicks out for 1. So 1:46 left in the second period. Cole Butekoffer trails 3-1. Fett's really heavy on that head. Really heavy hands, very physical. Cole tried to slide by and then took a kind of a shot. Dove underneath Fett, and Fett just kind of stopped the head and went behind for a takedown, 5-1. So Fett scored off 2 of Butekoffer's shots here just by go behind. So and Fett cuts Butekoffer loose here. So 5-2 Fett from Waverly hits a knee pull here and has a single leg up on Butekoffer, bringing him into the mat, trying to trip him. Butekoffer tries to roll underneath to create a scramble situation, but gives up 2-point takedown. I believe it's 7-2. 7-2. They had the scoreboard wrong up there, but 7-2 Fett from Waverly Shell Rock. 44 seconds left. Fett's just going to let Butekoffer go. With 36 seconds left, it's 7-3 Fett from Waverly Shell Rock over Cole Butekoffer at 132 varsity action. And an ear-to-ear tie here. Fett's really physical, but I haven't seen him take a lot of shots. He's really been a defensive wrestler against Butekoffer. Butekoffer takes a nice single leg shot there. We're just out of the match, but Fett has pretty good hips on him, so Cole just needs to, when he shoots, he needs to set it up and stay in good position and shoot the finish here, because Fett's a pretty strong physical kid here. Ear to ear here. Butekoffer kind of takes a half shot underneath. 3 seconds left here. We're going to end the period at 7-3. Carter Fett from Waverly over Cole Butekoffer, 7-3 going in the third period. And Butekoffer's going down for the third period. So trailing 7-3, Cole Butekoffer goes down, entering the third period. Set, cover, whistle. Butekoffer kind of comes up in the tripod, but he's got his head down. He's got to get his head up. Fett just kind of hanging, got a wrist and just kind of hanging on that arm here. Butekoffer in a tripod, tried a knee slide there. He's up on his feet, and Fett's just kind of hanging and then lets him go. So Cole Butekoffer 7-4, down 3 points. Still got plenty of time. 1:35 left here in the third period. Butekoffer trailing 7-4. Fett really heavy on the head and then takes a single leg shot on Butekoffer, trying to come around the front here to finish, but off the mat. So Butekoffer gets off the mat. Fett runs back to the middle here. So Fett's really heavy on the head, and he tries to get you out of position by being really heavy on that head and then taking a shot when you get out of position. So Cole really needs to keep his head up and not let Fett control his head. Underneath, Cole's kind of on an outside carry shot here. Got to get his head up in the armpit here because Fett's pretty physical in that front head. Fett's trying to near side cradle here and goes behind. He just puts his head in the side, grabs the leg, and goes behind. So 9-4 here. Fett over Butekoffer. 43 seconds left here in the third period. Butekoffer's into a tripod. He does a nice job tripoding. A lot of times he hits that knee slide up into a stand-up and does all right. Fett's trying to near side cradle here. Fett's looking for bonus points here. Butekoffer's in a tripod here. He's got hand control, which is good, and he's out. So Butekoffer does a nice job getting up and out. 9-5. 21 seconds left here. We still have time. So Butekoffer's got to kind of put on the heat here. We're down to 7 seconds left here. And Fett just tries to, he's real heavy on that head, and now he's trying to go behind. Gets behind Butekoffer, but the time expires. So Cole Butekoffer losing 9-5 decision at 132. So that brings us to 138. Crestwood leads 10-9 team score here. We're going into 138. Crestwood's Chase Thomas is up at the head table. And let's see who Waverly puts out there. They have Cale Holmgren on the program here. And that's who they sent out, Cale Holmgren. Cale Holmgren for Waverly Shell Rocks, a sophomore, and Chase Thomas also a sophomore from the Crestwood Cadets. Again, Thomas was state qualifier last year at 132 as a freshman. This year he's at 138 and ranked number 7 at 132. So Thomas, a very talented sophomore for the Cadets. Waverly took a shot, kind of a half shot, nothing really. Thomas pushing him off the mat. Thomas going forward, takes a shot. There's a nice pop drop by Thomas for a 2-point takedown. Very slick pop drop there. And now he's got a half and a far wrist, and he's got the kid going over for back points here. He's got the kid in trouble, and that should be a fall, and it is. Chase Thomas at 138 gets a first period fall over Cale Holmgren from Waverly Shell Rock. So that puts the Cadets up 16-12. They did not have the points up there before, so 16-12 Cadets over the Waverly Shell Rock after 138. 145, we have Bryce Shea for the Crestwood Cadets as a junior against Caden Langrick, a junior for Waverly Shell Rock. Langrick is a 2-time state qualifier for the Go Hawks. Shea goes in for a shot here. He's got a single on the outside, needs to switch to a double. Needs to get his hips underneath him and switch to a double. Langrick, heavy hips, trying to get heavy hips on Shea and get him strung out here, and we get a stalemate. So Langrick's got his right knee pretty braced up here. There's a shot and a reshot by Langrick and Shea. Shea goes for that single again, but kind of didn't really shoot through him, just kind of dropped to grab the leg there. And Langrick's kind of trying to work his way around, no points yet, and there's 2 points, Langrick. So Langrick goes up 2-0 against Bryce Shea in the first here. Bryce does a nice knee slide stand up, faces him but doesn't clear, and goes back down. So Bryce Shea trails 2-0 with 53 seconds left here in the first period. And Bryce just needs to keep this pace. Bryce goes to stand up, but Langrick puts a bar arm on his way up, grabs the wrist, extends him out. And there's no change. Langrick kind of riding higher. I think he's looking like he's trying to reach over for a cradle. He's got the knee on the thigh here. There's Bryce, nice stand up. But Langrick returns him to the mat. Langrick's trying to reach over. He's trying to cradle him up here. He's got that leg trap there. And reaching over, trying to cradle Shea up. Just waiting for him to come up to cradle him. Shea's got and Shea just gets one for stalling. I'm not sure I agree with that, but that's why I'm up here and the ref's down there. So Shea hanging on that wrist, I suppose that's why he was banged for stalling there. Langrick sold it pretty good though. So 8 seconds left, first period. Shea down 2-0 here. Shea does a sit out, goes head hunting, but we're running out of time here. So Bryce Shea down 2-0 going into the second period. Bryce's choice, he defers. Langrick's going down, so we'll see what Shea can do on top here. Bryce Shea covers, we're underway. Langrick immediately up to his feet to a standing switch for a 2-point reversal. So 4-0 Langrick. Langrick cuts him hard, 4-1. Langrick over Shea. Langrick shoots him off the mat. So Bryce needs to keep going forward here, not back down, and just kind of go head to head with Langrick. Langrick's trying to impose his will here on Shea and intimidate him. Nice shot by Shea, but it's a single leg cross body. He needs to shoot that inside single or to a double. But he's stuck across body with that single, and Langrick's big and strong. He's just trying to go behind him. Shea's still on the single, but he's cross body on that single, hanging on, and Langrick's heavy hips down, and we get a stalemate here. So Bryce is getting in, but he's shooting a cross body single there, and he needs, if he's going to shoot a single, it needs to be an inside single here. Or bring his hips with him. He's getting stuck down low. There's another shot by Shea, and Langrick just trying to go around him, and he does for a 2-point takedown. And Shea sat to his butt, and Langrick just whipped him to his back, and is getting back points. And Shea is on his back, and there's the fall by Langrick from Waverly Shell Rock. So Shea kind of made a little mistake there and sat to his hip, and Langrick's to the side, and Langrick just kind of whipped him to his back and made him pay for that. So there's a fall for Langrick for Waverly Shell Rock. With that fall for Waverly, Waverly goes ahead 18-16 team score here, which brings up senior Clay Schemmel at 152. Aiden Riggins for the Go-Hawks. Again, Riggins as a freshman was 106, third place at state. Second last year, 132, and all the way up to 152 this year, ranked fourth, I believe. Riggins in on a single there with a takedown and cuts Schemmel right away. Schemmel dives in for a shot. Riggins really looking like he's beefed up. There's Schemmel on an outside single, does a nice job, but Riggins squares up his hips and hips down hard and has the near ankle there and is trying to go, got Schemmel on his belly, trying to go behind. Schemmel hanging on for dear life here. Schemmel, very strong kid. Riggins trying to break that leg and go behind. He's got the ankle. Riggins trying to dig in a crossface here. And there's a stalemate. So Schemmel hangs on, stalemate's out. 2-1 Aiden Riggins over Clay Schemmel, first period. And on a tie here, fake shot by Riggins. Riggins moving him, heavy on the head. There's an outside single by Riggins. Schemmel hand fighting here. Schemmel doing a nice job, hand fighting, keeping his hips back. Riggins in a couple shot attempts. There's a duck under attempt, and Schemmel kind of gets away from that. There's another shot by Riggins. Schemmel just warned for stalling. Schemmel kind of got a near side cradle hooked up here. Kind of shallow here though. Riggins real lengthy. And comes out of that. Riggins in underneath here. He's got his head in the arm and on the elbow here. And there's a stalemate. So 22 seconds left, first period. Aiden Riggins over Clay Schemmel, 2-1. Hand fighting here, ear to ear. Riggins underhook into a high crotch here. Switching off to a double. Schemmel hipping down. Riggins takes a corner, and that's close. That should be 2. No points awarded yet, though. Schemmel's fighting it. No points yet. No points, so Schemmel does a nice job warding off that takedown. Kind of a fine line there, when to bail and when to hang on, and Schemmel hung on and rolled the dice, and it ended up working out for him there. Schemmel going down second period. Riggins pretty tough on top here, so let's see what Schemmel can do on the bottom.
No real first move off the whistle here. Schemmel to his feet, and Schemmel cuts and ties it up 2-2. Immediately Reagan's in on a shot though, and there's a 2. Clay made a mistake there, and when he cut, he didn't drop his guard arm there and let him right in on his legs for a 2-point takedown. And now Reagan's kind of has the leg split and is working at a cross face turn here, and he's very close to getting Schemmel on his back. Schemmel doing a nice job fighting off, but there's the back points being awarded, and there's a 4 count, there's 4 count there. So right now Reagan still has that leg split. He's trying to go into a near side cradle with it though. Schemmel very strong, really bellying down, but he's got that leg split, and Reagan's long and lengthy, hooking up a near side cradle here. Trying to hook the leg. If he does that, we're in trouble, and he does exactly that. Still the same near fall here, I believe. And that's tight, and there's the fall. So the veteran Aiden Riggins takes down Clay Schemmel in a second period fall. And Waverly goes up 24-16 team-wise. 160 here, we have Trent Pisney taking the mat.
Next match on 160 for the Mohawks, we have Sean Mwangi, and for the Cadets, Trent Pisney.
So Sean Mwangi, a junior from Waverly Shell Rock, and a junior Trent Pisney for the Crestwood Cadets. Mwangi, kind of a tall, lengthy wrestler. Pisney a little shorter, more compact. Through the years, the Pisney name has rang out through the Crestwood hallways here. Father Joe, I believe, was a third place finisher at the state meet. His brother was a state qualifier. Mwangi's in on a single leg here, but he drops it and tries to go in a body lock, and that's where Pisney likes to be. Mwangi takes him to the mat for 2. Mwangi's trying to put that tilt on. He's got the bar arm cross wrist tilt here. He's got a bar arm, Pisney to his feet, out for 1. So 2-1. Trent Pisney trails Mwangi from Waverly Shell Rock 2-1 in the first period with 40 seconds left. Mwangi in on a double and dumps Pisney at the edge of the mat. Pisney tries to keep that and bellies down. Pisney tried to keep that wizard and almost cost him, but bailed out at the last second there to give up just 2. So Pisney trailing 4-1 by Mwangi from Waverly Shell Rock. And we have 10 seconds left in the first period. Mwangi heading the armpit trying to break Pisney down. Pisney to his feet. Short time, Pisney to his feet. And we run out of time here. So Trent Pisney trails 4-1 going in the second period. Pisney defers. Mwangi goes down for Waverly Shell Rock. We were at 160 pounds. We started at 106 pounds tonight, a traditional start. And we are at 160. Cadets trail 24-16 team-wise, and Trent Pisney trails 4-1 here at 160. Pisney got a deep bar in, looking for that bar. He's got to get that wrist, and he does. He's got the far wrist. Now he needs to jump side and run it. Now he's trying to grab the head and pull him back. And for some reason, the referee stopped it and gives Mwangi a 1-point technical violation. And I'm not sure what the deal was there, because Pisney just kind of reached over and grabbed his head and tried to pull him back. So Coach Keith Slifko over there discussing with the referee kind of why he was penalized. Mwangi was going to go to his back too, so that was kind of a big deal for the Cadets. Mwangi up on his feet. Pisney trying to trip him down. Pisney got a single leg here. He's going to try to come. Pisney lets the leg go. 1 point escape, Mwangi. Pisney's got a underhook. And Pisney's trying to throw Mwangi. Off the edge they go. Pisney likes to throw, but he's giving up some leverage here. Mwangi's a lot taller than Pisney, and you know it's hard to throw leverage sometimes. But Pisney not afraid to go upper body. He kind of likes to be there. Mwangi heavy on the head. Pisney recovers. We're down to a minute left here in the second period. Pisney trails 6-1. We're at 160 pounds here. Mwangi snaps Pisney down, got him in the front head, heading the side, grabbing the leg here, and tries to go behind here. Is close to getting 2 points, and there it is. So Mwangi gets 2 more, makes it 8-1. 37 seconds left here in the second period. Mwangi sucks Pisney back. Just kind of sucked him back. Pisney's hips got out, and he's got Pisney in trouble. Pisney giving up back points here. And that's going to be close to a fall. Pisney fighting here, but he's in a tough spot with 15 seconds left here in the second period. Ref's down there looking, eyeing it over here. Pisney changing directions, trying to get off the mat, and there's the fall. So Trent just got his hips out a little bit too far, and Mwangi sucked him back and puts him away here for the fall. So Trent Pisney loses by fall at 160 pounds. Team score now, Waverly Shell Rock 30, Cadets 16. Which brings us to 170 for the Crestwood Cadets. We have Hunter By, a senior, at 170 pounds. I believe it's Cole Thompson from Waverly Shell Rock, who is a freshman.
Our next match at 170 for the Go Hawks, we have Cole Thompson. And for the Cadets, Hunter By.
So Hunter By here looking to get the Cadets back in the hunt team-wise here. Hunter wrestling a freshman. Cole Thompson. Thompson also a name that's been well known from Waverly. And also related to Tolly Thompson from Nebraska, wrestled for Nebraska and Janesville, as a national champion for Nebraska in the 90s. There's a nice knee pull by, but Thompson's hip squares up to him. Tolly Thompson from Janesville, Iowa, never won a state title, went out to the University of Nebraska and was a national champion for Nebraska. Both on it. There's a nice goal behind by Hunter By on the edge of the mat there. Snap down goal behind. Hunter By says let's go neutral. So puts Thompson up on his feet. It's 2-1, 1:15 left in the first. Hunter By in on a shot, kind of shoots from far out. Just gets stuck low underneath here. Guy's got a front head on him. By fights out of it here now as an underhook. By in on a shot. Does another by in a shot, and then did an arm drag go behind, but was kind of off the edge of the mat, so no points awarded there. 2-1 Hunter By, 36 seconds left in the first period. Thompson, a pretty physical looking freshman, only a freshman, but has been on the mat and has put together pretty well here. Hunter By's moving him, outside single shot, comes up into underhook. Another outside single carry. Hunter By, outside carry to his back. He has Thompson on his back here. He needs to settle his hips to the mat. Thompson's kind of coming out, but Hunter's hipping into him, trying to hip him over again, and does so. but loses it. But not before he gets a 2-point takedown and a 2-point near fall to go up 6-1 at the end of the first period. Hunter by for Crestwood, up 6-1 over Cole Thompson from Waverly Shell Rock. By starts the second period down, is immediately on his feet. Thompson does a nice mat return by right up to his feet again, and By's out. By's out for a 1-point or gives him a 2-point reversal. I thought he had a 1-point escape and 2-point reversal, but referee says no separation, 2-point reversal, and I really can't argue on that, I guess. So we're out to an 8-1 lead. Hunter by 1:33 left in the second period. He's on the edge of the mat, and they go off. So Hunter by on the edge of the mat there. It looked like he got out for one, then went right into kind of like a switch, but understandably it's just a 2-point reversal because there's no separation. Hunter puts him up on his feet. It's 8-2. Second period, 125 left. Hunter again looking for team points here, but has to wrestle smart. He's in on a single with his head on the inside. Thompson's got pretty good hips. Gets his hip back. Hunter reloads the hip, but Thompson tosses him to his back. Hunter rolls off his back, but Thompson for a second there had a toss to the back. He's kind of got a quarter Nelson and By's in on a leg. That's on By's shoulder that's all wrapped up here, so I guess it's the other shoulder, but By gives up a 2-point takedown here, and it's 8-4. By's into a switch. Reversal type situation here, and there it is. So By gets the switch reversal and goes up 10-4. Credit Thompson, only a freshman, and he's not backing down. By heading the arm over the head. Thompson steps over the hip and puts By immediately to his back, and By is in trouble on his back, and there's the fall. Off Hunter By's had the head in the armpit and put the head under the arm and went to take him over, and Thompson just did a hip over roll and put By right on his back and pinned him. So that's a tough loss for Hunter By, but one he can definitely avenge next time he sees him. But Thompson, a very good freshman there. So Waverly goes up 36-16 team-wise, and 182, McCray Haggerty is a sophomore, but also a returning state placer. He got 4th place at 170 as a freshman for the Waverly Shell Rock against Brendan Dixon, who's a senior for Crestwood. McCray, a very well put together young man out here. There's no points yet. There's 2 of McCray Haggerty. So Haggerty gets a 2-point takedown on the edge of the mat here. And Haggerty puts him on his feet right away. Snap down. Haggerty's heavy on the head. Very physical young lad out there. And he just goes behind. 4-1. Haggerty's cradling up Dixon now. He's got the cradle and going over, and there's going to be back points warrior here, and Dixon's in trouble for the cadets. There's 3 near fall. And now Haggerty goes immediately into a butcher. And there's 3 more, so we're already 10-1 here. 40 seconds left here in the first period. And Dixon's fighting, but he goes over to bar him, and this is pretty tight here. And there's the fall for McCray Haggerty for Waverly Shell Rock. So there's another 6 points on the board for Waverly Shell Rock. Waverly Shell Rock 42, Cadets 16.
Our next match in 195 will go on fan by Isaiah Perez. And for the cadets, Landon Schimmel.
So 195, Landon Schemmel for the Cadets, a junior, and Crestwood switched Schemmel and Dixon from 82 to 95. And for Waverly Shell Rock, Isaiah Perez, a sophomore. So Dixon and Schemmel switch spots in the lineup. Dixon bumps to 82, Schemmel 95. So Schemmel's got a 2-point takedown here. Riding on top. Got a head, kind of head in the arm here, trying to break him off his. And Schemmel lets him go. So 2-1. Landon Schemmel. We're head to head here. 2-1. Schemmel leads Perez. Schemmel, the younger brother of Clay, the younger, bigger brother, I say. And Schemmel will take down to the back, but just gets a takedown there. And Schemmel goes up 4-1. Kind of figure 4 in that leg there, Schemmel is. Got a half and a right in the ankle on the other. He's got to be careful. He's got to get off to the side there with that. So restart here, Schemmel on top, up 4-1. Chop arm, he's working into that wrist, trying to get the wrist of Perez, and he does. Perez doing a good job of rolling the wrist out though and not giving up the wrist. Now Schemmel's got a wrist and a half, and he's running it, He needs to extend him out in front of him, which he just did a little bit, but he needs to take a bigger bite there. He needs to seatbelt him. As we say, seatbelt it. When you got that, it's like you're grabbing your seatbelt and pulling it across your body. And Schemmel's got him on his back now, and that's pretty tight. He needs to settle in there. That should be the fall there, and there it is. Landon Schemmel gets a fall at 195. Cadets 22, Waverly Shell Rock 42. And now we're going into 220, in my opinion, the feature match of the night here. You have Trey Bernicle highly ranked in 2A, and Luke Walker ranked number 2 in 3A, and Trey Bernicle number 4 in 2A. So number 2 versus number 4 in their respective classes. Forehead to forehead there. Walker's heavy on the head here. And this should be a good match here. Both kids, big physical kids. Walker only a sophomore, Bernicle a senior here. Again, Walker wrestled heavyweight and was a 5th place finisher at the heavyweight division as a freshman. I'm sorry, he's a senior. Walker as a junior was 5th at heavyweight. Walker's a senior, not a sophomore. Both guys just heavy on the head, getting real physical here. No real shots being taken, but kind of feeling each other out, getting physical on with each other. Heavy hands by both wrestlers. Walker snaps Bernicle down into a front head and is extending him out, but they're on the edge of the mat here. And Bernicle goes for a leg, but they're off the mat, so off they go. 42.9 seconds left here in the first period. We're 0-0 at 220. Bernicle and Walker, both highly ranked wrestlers in each weight class. So Walker snaps Bernicle down again in that front headlock here on the edge of the mat again. Bernicle tries to shoot, but he doesn't want to shoot in that front headlock. And they're on the edge here. Walker not doing a whole lot with it, but has Bernicle in that front head. Now he tries to extend Bernicle down. Bernicle long and lengthy and physical also, so not being able to do that to him. Now Walker's digging the underhook and kind of takes him off the mat. So 3.1 seconds left, 0-0. Each wrestler getting pretty heavy with the hands, kind of getting physical out there. They got to be careful they don't take it a little far and get points against them. That close match like this, you don't want to give up points for taking it too far here. Trey goes down. Walker says on her feet. So Walker cuts Trey right away. Trey Bernicle leads 1-0. Walker heavy on that head and snapping that head. And off the mat they go, so little extra action off the mat there. Again, as I said, they gotta be careful. Be careful not to take that too far here. And there's no love lost between these two. They're getting after it and they're getting physical. And Walker very heavy on the head, and Trey himself is getting physical. So this one could be a nail biter. Ear to ear. Neither wrestler really doing anything as far as offense, but ear to ear, a lot of pushing, shoving. We're down to about a minute left here in the second period, and just a lot of hand fighting and heavy on the head here. Trey kind of a half shot there. Walker a snap down. Size-wise, I would say Trey Bernicle looks a lot bigger than Walker, even though they're both 220-pounders here. Both digging for inside head position here. Forehead to forehead, digging for inside ties. Walker snaps Trey down in the front head here, trying to extend him to the mat, and he does. He's got Trey's ankle, trying to walk behind him. Trey's got that arm. But there's 2 points Walker. So Walker does a snap down, go behind, kind of a front head snap down, and goes behind Trey Bernicle for a 2-1 lead here. 9 seconds left here in the second period. And we're going to go 2-1 Walker going into the third period. Walker's choice, I believe. And Walker chooses down. So let's see what Trey can do on top here. Walker going underneath. Trey is down 2-1, so he needs to try to turn him. And if not, probably cut him to try to take down the tie here. But Trey, big long lanky, he's trying to drape him over, trying to do look like he's trying to go on a cradle, but Walker's up and out. So 3-1 Walker. And again, physical on their feet. Bernicle takes a shot, Walker goes behind. And there's 2 points Walker. So Walker taking the lead of 5-1 here in the third period with an escape and takedown, and Walker says neutral. So Walker cuts him 5-2 Walker. Walker hit real heavy on that head, and he's kind of wearing Trey down with that heavy on the head. Walker is relentless with that head, working that head into a front snap down here, trying to go to a front head but loses it, but immediately on Trey's head again. Trey in on a double leg shot here, with his head stuck underneath, and he's getting extended here. Walker extending him out, and then Walker's just trying to go behind him here. Walker's got the ankle, and there's a 2-point takedown. So Walker's 2-point takedown leads 7-2 over Trey Bernicle at 2:20. 40 seconds left here in the third period. Bernicle head on the mat. Walker's trying to get a rest. Walker kind of just sitting on that hip. Down to 24 seconds left here, no change. both guys need to get active here, otherwise the referee's going to get involved here with the stalling call. And we're down to 10 seconds left, and Trey Bernicle is going to drop a 7-2 decision to Luke Walker from Waverly Shell Rock. So two very good gentlemen here at 220 going at it hard. Trey Bernicle drops a 7-2 decision to Luke Walker. So Waverly 45, Crestwood 22 going into the heavyweight match, which is the last match of the evening. Yeah, Braden Ishman here for the Crestwood Cadets, who's a junior, I believe. Yes, is a junior. Braden Ishman, a junior, and Lane McDonald, also a junior for Waverly Shell Rock. So the duel already decided. Waverly's up 45-22 here. Ishman just needs to go out and wrestle for himself here. Head to head here, Ishman's got kind of double ties on the head here. Ishman working the head a little bit. McDonald wanting to go ear to ear here. Ishman forehead to forehead. He's got the over tie. McDonald trying to rip that over tie off. McDonald's got the collar tie. Ishman collar tie. Kind of a lot of shoving going on here. There's McDonald trying to kind of pop and do a duck there. A lot of pushing position, trying to get position here at heavyweight. McDonald and Ishman. Ishman a junior for the Cadets. Ishman does a shot. McDonald kind of has a front headlight. Brings him to the mat, extends him. And McDonald kind of throws him by and goes behind for a 2-point takedown. So McDonald goes up 2-0 over Ishman. Under 30 seconds here left in the first period. 2-0 McDonald. McDonald's kind of got a claw ride going on. Now he's getting a wrist here. Ishman's head's on the mat here. Ishman does a side roll. McDonald fouls. No change here on the edge of the mat. And that's the first period. So McDonald from Waverly taking a 2-0 lead over Braden Ishman, a junior from Crestwood. Waverly defers. Ishman goes down. One man set, top man cover, and we're underway. Second period. Chop arm by McDonald. Ishman up in a tripod. McDonald traps that arm, digs a bar in there. McDonald's got a bar arm dug in. So McDonald's got that bar arm dug in tight, and he's taking Ishman over. So Ishman's on his back. McDonald's got a bar arm here. Ishman needs to try to clear this here. McDonald's kind of getting out of position. Ishman trying to come out the back door here. McDonald settles in. Ishman trying to belly down now. McDonald jump sides. And now it's pretty tight, and there's the fall. So Waverly gets the fall, a heavyweight. Final dual meet score, Waverly 51, Crestwood Cadets 22. That'll be all for tonight. Thank you from the Crestwood Cadets in the Cadet Zone, and see you next time.